A lot of Indians, they want to date black people, okay, especially Indian females. They love black men. But the thing is that they cannot show it because they don't want their people to be upset with them because their culture doesn't agree with it. However, some of them, even though they know that their people might not like it, they still take the chance and go where their heart desires. The same thing like Latinas. Some of them date black guys, and more of them probably want to, but they're afraid to do so because the men of their race and culture will be angry at them. Hector wouldn't like it because Hector is jealous of black men and it bothers him. Okay, the same thing with Indian guys. They don't want to see their females with a black guy. Also, I would like to say that make sure you watch this project all the way through because somewhere near the end, you're going to see something that's going to amaze you. You will see an Indian father give a black guy the blessings to marry his daughter. When I first seen that, that's what motivated me to do this project.
Alright, so this was actually the first photo that we took together.
What do you call it?
As a couple, so ever. This was the first photo.
This is when she was like 2 days after.
2 days after we got together.
She meet my
I went up to his house because I end up playing that. I'm going to see where you're living. I'm going to spend as much time with you. So,
what else? Is the other photo?
y'all, this was actually when we used to work in the kids store. Well, I'd already left, but because we obviously wasn't together when we was working, together. But yeah, I actually used to come and visit them because I was still working near to him, like next to him. So we took this selfie together. First date.
There's a movie talking our first date ever.
I know.
And we actually took some photos. Any photo?
We did. I should show you.
Yeah.
Fun. Look. Oh my God, look. 2015, 16 and 17. That's what I wrote behind it. 16, this was like probably second wedding that we did. Who would, you have to think of it now, like who's going to hire a 16 and 17 year old to do the wedding?
That's crazy, yeah.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh.
You're 17 and think to do the whole wedding. That's like,
I know.
That's crazy, yeah.
Okay, so this photo has been going
you all see
around
this one already. I know
for
you
years
for
now.
years now.
Like literally years. When we took it at 16?
No, 2017. Yeah, 2017.
2017, and this photo every single year it goes viral for a point of time. Like,
like every single year.
Every year it comes back up.
Somebody took the photo and edited the photo like I think Dobra Rice TNT or some kind of thing.
Like this photo has been famous. Well, it's been going around for like so many different reasons. Like people put different reasons behind it, so
What kind of what kind of politics?
And it was just simply we went to where you call it?
Coney Island.
Coney Island. And just took this photo as a couple, and we just put it up, and that's where it went off.
Okay, y'all came for me in these comments about the crock pot. So story time. I was gonna make spaghetti squash for dinner. Was gonna put it in the oven and bake it and roast it. When I got home, my oven was broken, and so I thought, okay, well, I could probably like steam it on the stove. But I didn't have a pot that was.
But not the microwave.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Anyway, shh. Okay, talking too loud. So I thought, okay, I'll just put it on the stove. But I didn't have a pot that was big enough, so I thought, I could take the crock pot and put it on the stove. So I put it on the stove, lit the gas, and bow, 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 it just like exploded. Like the whole thing exploded. So I learned a very important lesson that day, which is that you do not put ceramic on gas stoves.
And then she called me crying. So now you have to understand, my wife, who has a master's.
Shh, I didn't learn that in school.
My wife, who has her master's, called me crying. So I'm thinking I got to save the day. And I come home and it's about putting a crock pot on a stove that exploded.
And for whoever asked about did we eat that night, pretty sure Domino's sponsored us that night. Thank you.
Okay, choose mama or dada. Who's the better cook? Who yells the most? Who's better at sports? Who cuddles the best? Who are you most scared of? Who eats the most? Who is the most fun? Who is on their phone more? Who cleans more? Who teaches you the most? Who do you love more?
What does your partner really think of you? Who's more likely to be a sore loser? Who wakes up earlier? Who's more likely to leave the dishes in the sink for days on end? Who gives more gifts to the other? Who's more likely to initiate a kiss? Who is more health conscious? Who's more likely to clog the toilet? Who's more likely to write a romantic wedding vow if you haven't already gotten married? Who is more likely to start a fight? Who is more likely to pick food off of the other's plate?
He's going to touch up on a little bit of the classism stuff, racism that comes with Indian culture. So he's going to speak his mind and, basically tell the truth. Because as we all know, racism still exists. Not only in Indian culture, but in Latinos and Arab cultures as well. They don't want to mix with black people because of the way how they was raised and taught.
For all my tradition and preference people, this is likely one of the most toxic concepts or phrases steeped in racism, classism, casteism, colonialism, and any other ism that you want to say. I have heard countless stories of people being told this from ages as young as 4. People being, as I called it, programmed to believe that this is true, which is extremely worrying. And while this is predominantly aimed at romantic relationships, it naturally filters into normal everyday relationships as well. So once again, this is another toxic thing that we need to just stamp out and get rid of.
Hey babe, black trivia. Are you ready? All right. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
Hey, winner!
7 seconds.
Things my wife and I are going to fight about on vacation. Number one, time. She's always late to everything, so I've started to lie to her about when the show or time or reservation actually starts, just so we'll be able to get there on time and not have any issues. And plus, she looks like that, so. Number two, drinks. As soon as I step out of the car at the airport, I'm looking for a drink. I'm getting a drink on the plane. I'm getting a drink at the resort. I'm getting a drink at the event, at the show, at the party. Wherever we are, I'm going to have to find a drink just because I like to have a drink while I'm on vacation and enjoy myself and have a great time. Number three, outfits. I am a neutral tone boy, so I always like dark colors and neutral tones, and she likes colorful stuff, and I don't have a problem with that. I actually love it. She looks beautiful. So I will try to match her all the time, and so we can kind of color coordinate and look good when we go out. And then, like, come on, we look good. And lastly, food. We love to eat. We eat all the time. We eat out, but baby really likes to eat all the time. So we can just eat, and then on our way to our next event or whatever we're going to, she'll be like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, we just ate, which is the wrong answer. The wrong answer. Just get baby snacks, some water, something. Otherwise, she gets mean.
Okay, y'all came for me in these comments about the crock pot. So story time. I was gonna make spaghetti squash for dinner. Was gonna put it in the oven and bake it and roast it. When I got home, my oven was broken. And so I thought, okay, well, I could probably like steam it on the stove. But I didn't have a pot that was
But not the microwave.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Anyway, shh. Okay, talking too loud. So I thought, okay, I'll just put it on the stove. But I didn't have a pot that was big enough, so I thought, oh, I could take the crock pot and put it on the stove. So I put it on the stove, lit the gas, and bow, 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 it just like exploded. Like the whole thing exploded. So I learned a very important lesson that day, which is that you do not put ceramic on gas stoves.
And then she called me crying. So now you have to understand, my wife, who has a master's.
Shh, I didn't learn that in school.
My wife, who has her master's, called me crying, so I'm thinking I gotta save the day. And I come home and it's about putting a crock pot on the stove that exploded.
And for whoever asked about did we eat that night, pretty sure Domino's sponsored us that night. Thank you.
Here it is. The Indian father is going to give the black guy the blessings to marry his daughter. This is a game changer right here. And who knows, maybe more and more will also do the same.
We are here at Easter dinner. And you met my dad for the first time.
Approved.
Seriously? Dad!
That's my daughter's name. Can you say yes? The blessings are there. Thank you.
This is all my husband did on his first visit to India. Eat, 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 eat. He really just ate.